heart attack happens when a part of the heart isn't getting enough blood. The more time that passes without treatment, of course, the greater the damage to your heart and your body can be. But there is a chance for everyone to step in and help out. And that is why we were talking with Dr. Angela Wright, UCHealth EMS medical doctor. Dr. Wright, thanks so much for being with us today. We appreciate your time.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Such an important topic. Now, we know traditional heart attacks occur more to older folks, but now we're seeing it as often in younger people. So what are some of the early signs that all of us can be looking out for?
Certainly, I think with traditional heart attacks, we think of the chest pain, discomfort in the chest, shortness of breath. Sometimes that pain moves into an arm or up into the jaw, or sudden loss of consciousness, sudden change in behavior, or sudden cessation, or someone stopping breathing all of a sudden.
Dr. Wright, we know that cardiac arrest can happen in a matter of seconds, often at a surprise like Damar Hamlin, that so many people watch play out on TV, or even while we're doing physical activities, like something that we think is really easy, like shoveling right now. So can you walk us through the CPR process?
Absolutely. And it's part of what we call the chain of survival. And I think one of the most important parts of this chain of survival is that the first 3 parts of that 5-part chain are relying on the public and lay people before EMS or first responders can even get there. So those first 3 steps are recognizing that someone might be suffering from a cardiac arrest, being able to identify it, activating the emergency response system, meaning calling 911, and then starting CPR. And if you have never done CPR before, staying on the phone with the 911 dispatchers, they're specially trained to walk you through the steps that you need to know in order to provide CPR to that person.
Yeah, we know medical technology has really advanced so much in the last couple years or so. And we know one of the most recent items out is an AED, such a fabulous tool. Talk to us about that.
An automatic external defibrillator, or an AED, you probably see them in airports, you'll see them in public buildings and in other public spaces. It's really an incredible machine that's designed to detect if the heart's electrical rhythm has gone into a short circuit to the point that it would need a shock to deliver the heart back into its regular functioning electrical circuit. So the AED is simply pads that you put on a patient, and the machine itself does almost all of the work. It will be able to detect if that rhythm needs a shock, it will be able to deliver the shock, and it will be able to walk the person through who put the AED on that person, what steps need to be taken in order to make those things happen.
Just fantastic. Well, if anyone doesn't have one of the AEDs around, they of course want to take those CPR lessons. Not a bad thing to do for all of us at any age. So where can we go to sign up?
A lot of different companies offer CPR training. Hands-only CPR is really the direction we've gone, so you don't need to go through nearly as long of a class or as rigorous of a course. And those are offered by the American Heart Association, the American Red Cross, even your local fire departments, first responding groups, and hospitals can help direct you to training. And there's some that are even available online.
Ah, fantastic. Dr. Wright, thank you so much for spending a little time with us and walking through such an important issue and topic for us today. Thank you. And as always, you can find all of our health interviews right now at cbscolorado.com.